Hi everybody, I hope you all are doing good. In this video, we're going to talk about why acceptance is so hard. The simple answer is because nobody taught us about it, nobody's teaching us about it. So let's just talk about it. Let's just break it down a little more to understand or to know how we can actually make it simple for ourselves, how we can actually make it easier for ourselves. So, welcome back to the channel. You're watching and listening to Bisamaira Jyoti on Speak Up Hesitations, and you guys are on Speak Up Hesitations as well. I have analyzed one thing, that is acceptance is extremely positive. Okay, we just need to focus on starting to talk about it and teaching acceptance since very early age. You know why? What do we usually do? Okay, for example, if a child is going to school, okay, and there he meet a very weak student, what do we usually do? We teach our child that stop hanging around weak students, right? But instead of this teaching, we should actually teach our child that how he can actually help that weak classmate or weak student with studies or sharing notes. What are we doing here? We are actually highlighting acceptance for that weak student so that he don't feel excluded, because there's a difference when we talk about or when we say bad student or weak student. So this was just a basic example to relate with the idea of real acceptance. I personally feel that acceptance is not hard. Okay, it's just like we don't know how acceptance behavior look like. It means we don't know how to behave when we're actually showing acceptance. Does it really mean that we have to accept all the harsh things or hard things towards ourselves? Well, not really. Acceptance is all about staying generous, staying thoughtful, staying kind, staying grateful towards other people. Because I've seen people having low remarks for failure, weaker, poorer, or the people having low self esteem, people having low self confidence, or people who are actually introvert. I don't know why even this behavior is growing, existing, flourishing. I'm not even saying this that make fool of you in the world of frauds, start making fool of yourself and start helping people. I'm talking about intentions, attitude, and perceptions that's growing against acceptance. That harsh ignorance people carry against those who doesn't look that stronger, who look weaker or not that confident. Then I feel like acceptance is also related to acknowledging and embracing things as they are. What does that mean? It means acceptance for the things you cannot control or have zero control over. For example, you and I cannot change the fact happened in the past, right? So crying over past is actually wasting present. Then you and I cannot control time. Zero control over time, right? We cannot slow it down, we cannot rewind it, we cannot speed it up. So I think smart move is to accept it. And I always believe in one thing, that if good things want to take time, let the good things take time. Okay, so here acceptance is needed, and if acceptance is there, I don't think you need to uh utilize a lot of time in building up that patience level. I feel like acceptance and patience both are complementary to each other and both go hand in hand. So without acceptance, it's really hard to cultivate patience, and without patience, it's really hard to, maintain that acceptance. So altogether, acceptance teaches generosity, generosity towards others so that they don't feel excluded, and generosity towards ourselves. It means don't be so harsh or hard on yourself when you make mistakes. It means acceptance for you will make mistakes even after practicing so hard, so well. So practice not to feel embarrassed on your mistakes and downfall. Always wake up with this attitude or energy that I have this opportunity today, and if I will make mistakes, I will think of improving it later. And it's not like that you are not serious about your things. Of course, you are serious about your things. That's why you are even carrying that mindset of improving that later. At this later age, we talk about don't let people affect you. Okay, what they talk about you, what they say about you, their judgment, opinions really doesn't matter. But it's not something that's understood just by saying once. It's something that needs to be practiced while growing up. What's the most funniest and thoughtful thing is most of the family environment isn't even conscious about telling us that don't get affected by other people's opinion unless you're doing anything wrong. Instead, they are conscious about telling us that how can you even do this? You know how people talk? So you're constantly engraving the mindset of get affected by people, okay? Get affected by the opinion, get affected by the judgment they're having of you. You know why most of the people are not mentally strong, emotionally strong? Because there's no foundation that's being built to stay mentally and emotionally strong. We were not in practice since childhood. We were not in practice since very young age. Okay, you tell me what's long lasting. Okay, just one lecture or practicing since childhood? You know the answer, right? So become a good helping hand. Now, don't complain about your childhood, okay? That, oh, that's the reason I'm not good enough. We can just learn from everything that happened in the past or our mistakes that, oh, this could have been done in this way. That's all. That's all we can do. That's it and keep going. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. And as usual, bye for now. Thanks for watching Speak Up Hesitations. Keep watching Speak Up Hesitations.